So it's now time to answer some of you guys' questions that you had for me a couple of weeks ago. I also wanted to thank you guys again for 200 plus subscribers. We're still growing yet again. Sorry for the lack of uploads. School is now started, so it's kind of harder to pump up more uploads. So thank you guys so much for that, but let's just get straight into this. Alright, to start us off, we've got a couple questions. So the first coaster you rode was, the first coaster I rode was Scooby-Doo, like in 2011. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was scared, to say the least, but, it was, Scooby was back in its prime back then, so I really did enjoy it. And do you like sports? If so, what is your favourite? Now, I used to like watching sports. I don't really anymore. I kind of lost interest. For a lot of Americans and people overseas, you probably don't know about a lot of Australian sports, but I used to watch a lot of NRL, and I used to go for the Bulldogs. What is your thoughts on Revenge of the Mummy at USS? Now, I was going to do a review on it, but then obviously it will be very hard to find footage of it. So, it was a really fun ride. I did enjoy it, obviously, as my number 6. Didn't quite make the top 5, but it is really fun. The theming is just ridiculously, just incredible. No doubt about it. That will definitely be the most themed coaster I've ever ridden, the best indoor coaster I'll probably ever ride for a long time. It had some good flow ejector moments. I wouldn't really quite call it ejector, but it was very surprising. I didn't really think that would have a lot of airtime, but it did have 1 or 2 pops. The launch was pretty fun. There was like really surprising elements, like an S-curve somewhere in there. It was really odd. But yeah, other than that, this little criticism. It's kind of short. Like the whole entire kind of first section of it, like if you eliminate all like the dark ride sections, it's really kind of short in a sense, but I really did enjoy it though. Have you ever tried Arkham Asylum with VR headset? If so, do you prefer the ride with or without? Yes, I have tried Arkham Asylum with VR headset. I've done it once, and that's really what I would really recommend for you to do. Try it once, to see how it's like. From my personal opinion on it, it was alright. It really kind of took away from the ride experience, but yet again, like, VR on a coaster is not really like the greatest idea ever in the world, because the coasters are already exhilarating and fun. So yeah, I would say try it once for the $5, even if it is $5 as well, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I would say try it and see how it's like. But I kind of do prefer the ride without, especially because of operations go faster than that way, and the ride's terrible with or without anyway. What would be the best fit coaster for Dream World and Movie World? Now, I might make a video on this, we'll see. But for Dream World, I would probably say I kind of like my dream coaster for Dream World. Is any like a B&M coaster. B&M makes some great rides, and I would see something like a Flawless or an Invert. That would be really cool. And where would it go? I think it would go in the Gold Rush area. They've got a lot of land, especially right now. It's just all vacant. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. I'm hoping. But, all we have to do is wait and see. And for Movie World, I would either say replace Arkham Asylum with a B&M Invert, or kind of build a GCI Wicker Man style wooden coaster in the Wild West section. I think that would look pretty cool. What are you most excited for in your 2019 plans? Now, on my 2019 plans right now, I'm not too sure what's going on, but what the plans are right now at this point in stage, definitely I would say the Amsterdam trip to Walibi Holland. That will be really fun. I can't wait to ride my first RMC and go on some other great coasters. Walibi Holland as well, and obviously you just got Germany and all those great places as well. But yet again, that trip is kind of in jeopardy right now, but we'll see what happens. Least favorite park you've been to? Now, I haven't really been to a lot of parks per se. Well, I haven't been to a lot of parks that aren't that good, but I know I do like this park, but it's probably my least favorite. It's not my worst park, it's my least favorite, and I do have to say SeaWorld. It's just because of the ride lineup. In fact, it barely has a ride lineup at all. It has 3 coasters, no kind of thrilling coasters. Jet Rescue is pretty thrilling, I guess. But it's more of a tourist park more than anything else. But still is a fun park. I do like going to it. Top 3 roller coasters. In descending order, number 3 is Cylon, number 2 is Superman Escape, and number 1 is DC Rivals. What do you think is the best roller coaster park in the world? Now, for roller coasters, in terms of roller coaster lineup, I would say Cedar Point. But for overall theme park and atmosphere and theming, I would say Europa Park. I haven't been to both of these parks, but I don't really think you can really beat Cedar Point's lineup with coasters. What got me into coasters? Now, what got me into coasters was riding Jet Rescue 7 times when I was really young, like 6 or 7 years old. Marathon, that thing was really fun, and even to this day, Jet Rescue still lives up to its name. Do you do meetups like Coaster Studios or no? First of all, I don't think Coaster Studios does meetups, but to answer your question, I do not. But yet again, if you do want to meet me at the park, let me know on Instagram. What country do you live in Australia? I think you mean what state I live in, and I live in New South Wales. We've got a couple here to end us off. What are the most intense coaster elements you have experienced besides DC Rivals? I'd probably say Superman's top hat and first turn. Those are some very intense moments. What is the worst coaster element you've experienced? I'd probably have to say Arkham Asylum Sidewinder. That thing is horrible. What is the most overrated coaster you've ridden? Yet again, I haven't really ridden a lot of coasters, so I don't really have an most overrated coaster. But if we were talking about, overrated coasters that are overrated by the GP, I'd probably have to say something like Motor Coaster or Arkham. And what is your favorite kiddie coaster? Probably, if you don't count Vekoma family coasters as being kiddie coasters, then I'd probably say SpongeBob's Boating Blast or whatever it's called. And what is the most scared you've ever been on a roller coaster? That would have to be the time when I went on my first roller coaster, which was Scooby-Doo. The first time I went on Scooby-Doo, I was scared for my life. Alright guys, that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.